Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you so much for staying with us. I'm here with Adam Daignault, who is a professor at UMaine, and you are the lead author of a study specifically focusing on the economic value of Maine's lakes. So first of all, talk a little bit about your role at UMaine quickly, and then why this study.
Yep, so I'm an associate professor in the School of Forest Resources. I'm trained as a natural resource economist, so a lot of my work is looking at sort of the value of the resources that we utilize within the state, both from a sort of a extractive or consumptive perspective, you know, what you would think maybe like timber, fisheries, things like that, but also the sort of recreation values, cultural values, and other things that we as Mainers really know that we love and appreciate.
And speaking of what Mainers love and appreciate about our state and those outside of our state as well, Maine's lakes, we know they're an invaluable resource, but this study really focused in on the economic value. So talk a little bit about why you wanted to do the study and what you found.
Yeah, so this study stemmed from a number of various agencies who were interested in really understanding not just what our lakes can do, but sort of how they're utilized and maybe how our residents and citizens put value on that, recognizing that sort of money talks. And so the idea really stemmed from, there was a sort of a groundbreaking study that was done by researchers at UMaine about 25 plus years ago that valued Maine's lakes at $5 billion. And the question was, with all the change that we've experienced over the last sort of 3 decades, what happened to that value? Where does it hold, and things in that aspect? So we went forward and sort of took aspects of their study, extended it, and really sort of came up with, you know, it's no longer $5 billion, it's upwards of $14 billion in value that Maine's lakes provide largely to our residents each and every year.
Why is it important to have that kind of a dollar figure? Does that inform conservation efforts or the strength of conservation efforts when we push back against things that might be harmful to an environment? Why is it important to have that figure, and how does it inform, I don't know, the state in general?
Yeah, so you know, we live in a state that's has an abundance of natural resources, but also we don't necessarily have the budget that we need and to manage every single thing to the best of what we can. So this is really helping to sort of signal that Maine's lakes are important. There's a lot of value there, and there's a lot of sort of gains or utilities that you can get from valuing, basically from managing those lakes, particularly from different stressors that might degrade what they are. Another great thing about our study is that it wasn't just to calculate a bunch of numbers, but we did a pretty extensive survey that talked with a lot of residents. And we found that 80+% really rank Maine's lakes water quality at high or very high. They feel that it's at the level of swimmable, if not nearly drinkable. And so that's really notes that a lot of people have a real sort of high value for the resource, but also feel that the quality is really high. And so we really have to be careful with aspects of things like development and other things on how we can sort of make sure that quality is maintained.
And specifically, I'm looking at it, you know, the bullet points of why this study matters. Right there at the very top is help advocate for lake preservation. So just a couple final thoughts on, can this inform, you know, state government, you know, legislatively and other aspects of protecting the lakes? So, you know, just how does this inform us moving forward?
So we've been, myself and a number of collaborators on this project have been working closely with legislatures, informing them on what we found, and really sort of helping them to pinpoint why we might need more legislation to help protect Maine's lakes, invest more in sort of pollution control measures and pollution cleanup, and really understand that, yes, there's an investment to do that, and in some cases, in some lakes, that could be several $1 million, but the return on investment that you're going to get through those aspects could be, you know, for every dollar invested, could be $10 or more in terms of benefits to our residents. So it's, yes, there's a cost, but the benefit that we found in this study and others are immense.
And it's just also hard to put a price on how much we love our natural resources and our outdoor lifestyle here in Maine.
Yeah, right. And so I make that quote that it's, you know, we valued at $1 billion, but that's, we're pretty sure that that's an underestimate in terms of really what it is, if you really count for all the great things that we can get from our lakes.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us and telling us a little bit about this incredibly valuable resource. We hope that it does exactly what you wanted to do, which is, you know, inform those who need to hear it about protecting our lakes.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, and folks, stay with us. Our full extended forecast is coming right up.